Hello traders, welcome back to my channel. Here am I with another vibe on Trendlines. I'm going to be sharing with you a gem on Trendline. I'll be sharing with you, of course, my secrets on how I usually trade Trendlines, how you can be able to draw Trendlines properly, catch that moves like this for price to drop. You can also wait for price to come back again and get rejected in a Trendline. You enter again and you are able to catch a very big move like this while you wait for price to still come and then to test the zone and you say enter. So trend line is basically diagonal resistance or diagonal support. We are going to be establishing some secrets on how to draw trend line properly, how to catch very good trading opportunities like this without actually risking much of your account. So imagine just placing your stop loss a little bit above there and you're catching a big move like 1:6 in one trade, guys. So make sure that you watch the video to the end. If you are a trendline lover, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and make sure you join our Telegram channel. The link will be in the description below. I'm going to share with you guys something very vital in our Telegram channel. Check in the pinned comment to join our Telegram channel as well. All right, so make sure you watch this video till the end. Okay traders, welcome to my channel. I am Full Kingsley. By the grace of God, I bring to you guys strategies, tutorials on the forex market, volatility indices, metals like gold, Nasdaq, VIX75, many other instruments. You want to subscribe to the channel by hitting on the subscribe button and notification bell to not miss out. So this is Euro US dollar, guys. This is one of the most traded currency pairs. In fact, the most traded currency pairs. I want to establish this trend line. Right, I want to show you guys how I will draw a trend line in this market situation. So we have a downtrending market. This is the 1 hour time frame, and we basically know that trend line is simply a way in which we identify diagonal resistance or diagonal support, or what we call dynamic resistance or dynamic support, where price will usually come and reject to those zones, and when price rejects to such zones for a particular number of time, it will always tend to give us maybe chart patterns and all of that, because once price rejects in a trend line once, right, when it rejects twice, right, and then it comes back the third time, it becomes a trade opportunity, because price has rejected once and twice. This zone now becomes a dynamic resistance. So from here we start looking for sales. Price comes, we look for sales until when the trend line breaks out. Right now there are some trend lines that are very difficult to get broken, why some trend line can easily get broken, right? So that's what I want to be sharing with you guys, the difference and what you should be looking for while you are drawing your trend line videos, you get, or when you are drawing your trend lines in any market. Okay, now if you look at this, you are going to see, first of all, try to identify the peaks in this market situation. These are the peaks here, right? This is a peak, this is a peak, all right, this is a peak, this is a peak, this is a peak, this is a peak. Okay, but now we need to replay it, because when we replay it at the start, it's going to help us establish where we are going to be drawing our trend line from. So now if you look at our market structure, it's so simple, right? We see these are the major peaks, 1, 2, 3 peaks, as you can see there, right? And these peaks, actually, they are the higher zones, what we usually call the lower highs, right? These are the lower highs that have been created. Price creates a lower low, it creates a lower high, it creates a lower low, and price has to pull back. Normally we usually tend this to be impulsive move and then pull back, impulsive pullback. Now the trend line will help to establish, because when price is pulling back, we don't know where the pullback is going to end. So we want to use our trend line to help us, because once price rejects in that trend line more than once, it's going to most probably act as resistance, you get. So we have 3 peaks here, 1, 2, 3, you get. So now what you do is, remember I said there are some trend lines that are more difficult to get broken. Now when you want to draw your trend line, number one thing you need to understand is draw a trend line that is gentle. Okay, now if you want to draw a gentle trend line, a trend line that is gentle like this, will take a longer time to get broken and can easily be respected more than a trend line which is actually drawn like this. You get, a trend line like this will easily break out, you get the point. So now when I look at my charts like this, what I usually do is I ensure that, okay, I look at this, is there a uniformity, is there a uniformity, how am I going to draw? That's why you see, if I see a peak that is too high like this, sometimes I will usually not use this kind of pick to draw, because when I use it, it's going to be steep. It's going to make my trend line very steep. Yes, I know it gets respected sometimes, but it easily gets broken. So in this situation, I would rather not draw like this. I can drop further, and then I draw maybe like this. I look at this rejection, maybe I draw like this, right? Okay, I draw like that, and then I look at the zone which is as gentle as this. What I do is I draw again like this. I can pick from here, right? And then I just pull. Look at how I get my touches, guys. I just get my touches. I just make sure that I get my touches, so that price should, to come across the wicks of these candles. You get the point? Because once you see price wants to reject, right? If price breaks structure, okay, like here we know that this is what we call break of structure. This is a previous low. Price has broken structure. It has come and rejected, and then what we are expecting is it should break structure again. It will make the setup more valid. All right. Okay, so if you see price move down here, it has broken structure as well, and now when it pulls back to our trend line zone, this is where we are ready to get to pull the trigger. Now there are two ways of entering. Some people will only take their sell trades when price has rejected, leaving behind a reversal candlestick. It could be a doji, a bearish engulfing candle, evening star, right? Candlestick pattern. But some other people will just place a sell limit order before price pulls back, and then place their stop loss above there. Now when you place a sell limit order, it helps you to enter at the best price possible, because sometimes if you wait for rejection candle, price might reject and close right below here. You have to enter and you have a wider stop loss. Now that's the advantage. Now the disadvantage with people placing limit order is sometimes price can execute your order, go right up there, and then close, and then come back again with a bearish engulfing candle close below where it has stopped you out already. So at the result of that, you see that you incur loss. So both ways have disadvantages and advantages, right? But there are ways. This is a channel that we teach, so we teach everything and we explain to you. At the end of the day, you see what works, right? Okay, now if you look at it, we see these many candles. These are rejection candles around this zone here. Now what we usually do now is we will take our sell trade, right? Let's say we didn't place a limit order, right? We take a sell trade. Our stop loss are both here, right? Our target will be at this previous low here. You can place the first target here, okay, because at this moment this is the low that has been created so far. So we can place our target there, and then maybe we extend the next target somewhere below there and all of that, right? So let's see how it plays out. Okay, you see how price drops, right? So this can give 1:2, and then the next trade, right, it could give even 1:4. You see now that you have already gotten a very good winning trade just because of this. You get the point? Now price has rejected the third time. Now you see now that it has made this zone very valid. All right, it has made the zone very valid. What you do now, you can wait. Now if you go further, if you go to a 1 hour's time frame, or to the 1 hour's time frame, now you are going to realize that this candlestick did not even close outside this zone here, right? This is just because we have dropped further to a 30 minutes time frame. All right, that's why you see that sometimes if the candlestick close be above the zone and immediately closes again below the zone, go to a higher time frame, you are going to realize that it was just the wick of the candle that went up, and actually there was no closure. You get the point? So sometimes you can just identify that, and then you go to a bigger time frame, and then you are going to see that okay, there is a lot of information. Okay, if you get the touches properly, you see now that we have a strong bearish candle that closed. This bearish candle that closed back below this zone was a good sign to indicate that we have bearish pressure that's going to cause price to move down. And if you look at it again in another instance, you are going to see, for my people who trade demand and supply, this is an order block here. This is an order block here, which actually price moved up. So price actually had to mitigate this order block, because we had an imbalance. We had a very strong bearish candle that left behind a very big imbalance between this candle and this, and there was a lot of space. Price has to come back and fill this imbalance, and see now that there was confirmation. So if you are entering based on the former, you will have taken your trade, and if you are waiting for the trend line, you enter as soon as you see this strong bearish candle close below here. So these are already 2 confirmations or 3 confirmations that would give a very strong bearish move. I see now that price move, so you can still wait for price to come back and get rejected. Now you see now the price comes back again, get rejected at the trend line the second time. Now you see that this is a reversal candle. Just the green candle already indicated a sign of reversal. So what you do, you can enter here, your stop loss above there. You have what, your first target at this previous low here, okay, and then you have another target maybe somewhere a little bit further, maybe below here. You can have another target right somewhere below here, you get. And then let's see how price plays out. Okay, you see first target hit, and whenever you get price get to a previous low, if you had two trades that were running, always make sure that you take the first profit and then you lock the other profit by what, moving your stop loss to break even, because sometimes price might fail to break the previous low and maybe goes up and then start creating higher highs. So make sure you always secure your profits and all of that. And then you see now price comes, get rejected, goes again, and then gets rejected at the trend line for the second time. And this is where price is currently at now, at market level. So at the open, this is where price is. So we are going to be looking for further short as price open. So that is basically the things you need to understand about trend line. It is very simple and straightforward. But before you use this strategy on a live account, guys, always make sure you back test and you test your trades at least 100 times. Any strategy you learn online or from any course, make sure you back test in a demo account before you take it to your live account, so that you master it very well and avoid mistakes. So thank you so much for watching. If you found the video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you join our Telegram channel. The link is in the pinned comment below and also in the video's description. And also make sure that you subscribe to this channel if this is your first time coming across, by hitting on the subscribe button and notification bell so that you don't miss out.